People in Illinois are concerned about our state of the economy. They're worried about inflation. I understand that. They're also feeling something many haven't felt for a while, and that's hope. Why? Because of results. Inflation is, in fact, slowing. Gas prices are falling. $3.46 a gallon. I would have grabbed that a few weeks ago, and I hope we can go lower. Gas is down by more than $1.20 a gallon on the average since the start of the summer. Wages are up. People are back at work. We now have more than recovered all the jobs our economy lost in the pandemic. Our economy has added more than 10 million new jobs, including 600,000 manufacturing jobs under President Biden. We're investing in infrastructure. I remind myself over and over again, don't complain if construction on highways just slowed you down. You voted for it, Senator, and I'd vote for it again. President Biden said yesterday, Labor Day, in one of his speeches, that when we make this investment in infrastructure, a record-breaking, historic amount, we will have the most modern infrastructure in the world. Now that's what a nation that's prepared to compete does. We passed the CHIPS Act to preserve America's global leadership in research and innovation, and to produce semiconductors and the jobs and industries of the future in America, not in China. As the president also said yesterday, why wouldn't it be in America? We invented the chip. Shouldn't we be leading the world still? Well, with the passage of the CHIPS legislation and a bipartisan, strong bipartisan vote on the floor, we are going to reclaim that lead. We passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which includes the biggest ever investment in climate change and climate resilience. It'll reduce inflationary pressure by cutting energy costs now and in the future, and it also reduced the cost of prescription drugs. We're investing in the American people in the basics of a shared, sustainable economic prosperity. Oh, one footnote that's well worth mentioning. The federal deficit will shrink by $1.7 trillion this year. All of the things that I've mentioned, all of the criticism we hear from the other side of the aisle, and the deficit's going down. Nearly all these economic prosperity proposals were passed with Democratic votes only. CHIPS was an exception, infrastructure an exception, but the American Rescue Plan and the Inflation Reduction Plan were strictly Democratic votes. It's our hope that our Republican colleagues will now join us and help us get back to work in fighting the common challenges facing our nation.